The idea is to take it a step forward and to innovate, or else why am I doing it? I don't want to be just another can in the assembly line. You know, I want to, create, do something that's totally different and unusual. It's like, I hate to say it, but it's like what all songwriters say. It's true. It's like you don't write the song writes itself, and it just kind of falls into your lap. It's like when you say, gee whiz, did I do this? It was that sort of thing.
Is video the same, or is video more work?
Kind of. I think so. It's a cousin of the same creative, intent. I think. You let it create itself, really. I know I do. In my opinion, it has to be completely entertaining and have a sense of a linear sense of continuity. As far as I like having a beginning and a middle and an ending, so you could follow a story. And not just be a collage of images, And sometimes that's great too. It depends on what the director, as a visionary, what he sees really.
And how much do you put, faith or trust, or how much of it do you let the director decide? Are you very involved in the concepts?
Oh, I'm very much involved in complete making and creating of the piece. I mean, it has to be from, my soul. Usually, it's an interpretation of the music, so I would think so, yes.
But I'm hearing a radio next door, by the way, so I just picked the wrong time and start cranking the tune. Did you hear that?
I love working with John Landis because we laugh a lot. We're never serious on the set. So it's fun working with John because I get to throw water balloons and stink bombs and everything at him. That's a ritual for me. After we wrap on each video, I throw a lot of stuff at everybody. So that's fun.
That's awesome. How did you first meet John?
I met John right before doing Thriller. I called him on the phone. I think he was in London. And I told him what I wanted to do and what the concept was. And we came together and we wrote it, the two of us.
Now, when you were talking concept with him, did you envision it as being a movie or a music video? Because it seems it's more of a film.
No, my idea was to make a short film, with conversation in the beginning and make that kind of linear and to bookend it with conversation at the end. But John and I, because he's such a fun guy, I really love working with him. We just sat together and the chemistry, it started working, He's fun.
Do you remember, were you a fan of horror movies in particular?
Believe it or not, I'm afraid to watch scary movies. Honestly, I don't quite like to watch them very much. I never thought I'd be involved in making that sort of thing, but I am.
Cool. And the two movies that, there's the werewolf scenario at the beginning, and there's the Night of the Living Dead Dance. Did you see any of those movies?
No. I did see An American Werewolf in London, which I thought was really fun. I hadn't seen the classic werewolf one.
When was the last time you saw Thriller?
Gee, I don't know. I thought about watching it again, but I don't, because I don't want to scare the children. My idea, I always try to be a pioneer and an innovator in whatever I do. And my dream was to always make, short little films, because I'm a big fan of the Three Stooges. And I love watching Curly, who I think is wonderful. And they make these 15-minute shorts. And I said, gee, I would love to do something like that one day, with a linear story. So this was my opportunity. Rod Temperton, who wrote Thriller, that was one of the first raps, actually. He thought of having a rap at the end of it, and we called up Vincent Price, and he says yes right away. So Rod was taking the taxi from his hotel. He's a German fellow. From his hotel to the studio, and he wrote it within transit. And he did a great job.
Did you ever meet Vincent or get to?
Yes, I've known Vincent Price since I was 11. And first time I met him, it was at NBC Studios. And he said, "Come here," like that, in his kind of gruesome voice. And I started to cry, because I thought he was serious. Because I used to see him by turning the channels and those kind of, I think he was in The Raven and the House of Wax or something. So he scared me.
And was there any talk of trying to get him actually in the video? Or
Pardon?
to actually get him physically in the video?
No, there was never any talk about that, no.
Okay, and some of the dialogue, we were watching the video earlier, and do you remember any of the dialogue from the scenes? Anything that jumps out at you from the film at the beginning with all of
From Thriller?
Yeah. Do you have a favorite line or favorite part of that? We were all...
Oh, I like the scene when I'm looking at when the girl, all these zombies are coming toward us, and she thinks she's safe with me, you know, being her boyfriend, and she looks over to me and I become one, and then we do that famous pull in and pull out movement, the Hitchcock move, and I love that moment. Then I become one. It's fun.
Yeah.
It was a delicate thing to work on because I remember my original approach was, how do you make zombies and monsters dance without it being comical? So I said we have to do just the right kind of movement so it doesn't become something that you laugh at, but it just has to be, you know, take it to another level. So I got in a room with Michael Peters, and he and I together kind of imagined how these zombies should move by making faces in the mirror, and I used to come to rehearsal sometime with monster makeup on, and I loved doing that. So he and I collaborated, and we both choreographed the piece. And I thought I should start, you know, like that kind of thing, then go into this kind of jazzy step, you know.
It's awesome because it
kind of gruesome things like that, you know. Not too much ballet or whatever.
right. It has that stiff movement to it.
Yeah.